In this video, we'll be looking at how to evaluate an expression using the order of operations. So it has been determined that we should always go in the same order in order to evaluate an expression, or else everybody's going to just get different answers if you decide that you're going to add first and I decide I'm going to subtract first and all that good stuff. So we all use the same order of operations, and the way that we remember it is through a device called PEMDAS. And a lot of people misinterpret PEMDAS. So we're going to talk about what this means. So first, it means that if there is parentheses, we should start with the parentheses. And if the parentheses are nested, always go from the inner one, then move out, and then move out, so on and so forth. All right, then we move on to exponents, and I'll write it going down, if there are any exponents. And if there is multiplication or division or both, we do multiplication or division, depending on which is written first in the expression. So multiplication / division. So you're going to take care of all the multiplication and division in the expression. Again, you're not doing multiplication before division. You're doing multiplication and division, or division, whichever comes first in that order. All right, and similar idea for addition and subtraction. It's not addition then subtraction. It's whichever comes first of the two. And it really, really matters. So if you decide that you're just going to do addition first, even if it's not written first, you will actually not get the right answer. So that's important to know. So let's do an example where we can see the whole order of the division versus multiplication. So if we have 6 divided by 3 times 10, if you attempted to do the multiplication first, you would get the incorrect answer. You would get something that we don't care about, but you can try it out if you like. So we, from left to right with multiplication and division, we have to do the division first in this case. So we get 2 times 10, which is just equal to 20. All right. So similar idea for the addition and subtraction. If we have subtraction written first before addition, we have to do that. So for example, let's do it over here. We have 4 minus 3 plus 2. And so the subtraction is written first, so it's equal to 1 plus 2, which is equal to 3. Oh, that is definitely not correct. Oh, it is correct. There we go. All right, so again, just please make sure that you always do whichever is written first for addition and subtraction, as well as for multiplication and division. All right, but now let's focus our attention a little bit broader and involve more operations. All right, so according to our order of operations, we should do parentheses first if there are any, and we do have parentheses, so we'll go ahead, and that is equal to 5 plus 16, which is 21. And then I'll rewrite everything. It's always a good idea or a good habit to have in algebra as you're working through things to keep everything in line. Don't just do piece here, piece there, and have your work all over the page. All right. Now, according to the operations, PEMDAS, we would then do exponents. But there are no exponents in our expression, so we do not have to then do exponents. And then now we move on to multiplication or division. So there is division here, so we would go ahead and do that first. And so we get 3 when we divide 21 by 7, and then we rewrite the rest of the expression, so 3 minus 2. And then we can move on to addition or subtraction. And so 3 minus 2, that's actually just the only thing left. So it is 1, and we are done. All right, let's try another one. Okay, so here we have an example where we have 2 sets of parentheses, but they are nested. So when you have a nested set of parentheses, meaning one parenthesis inside another, always work from the inside one first. So according to PEMDAS, we're going to do parentheses first, but the inside one. So you have 20 divided by 4 minus, and now we're doing those parentheses, 10 minus 8 is 2, and So we're not done with parentheses. We still have parentheses here. And by the way, that was that. So we still have this here, 4 minus 2. So we have here 20 divided by 2. And since it's just one operation left, we don't even have to worry about the order of the rest of it. And our answer is 10. All right, let's do something involving a little bit more variation with the operations, and then we will be done. All right, so here's a special question I wanted to bring up because I wanted to show you a few things. The first thing that I want to point out is if you have a fraction, and the fraction is looking big and bold like this fraction here, you want to make sure that you understand that the numerator is one expression. So the numerator being one expression, here it would be a good idea to put it in parentheses. You can do the same for the denominator, but in this case there's only a 4 raised to the second power, so you don't have to. All right, so you won't always see these parentheses that I just put in red, but just know that if you do have a fraction like that, technically the numerator is in parentheses, so is the denominator, if there's more than one term in that expression. Okay, so now that we see those parentheses that we didn't see before, then it would be a good idea to do the parentheses first. So we have here, first let us actually substitute that value in so that we know that x is 2. So we can go ahead and say 9 minus 2 over 4 squared. Now doing the parentheses, simplifying the parentheses first, we have 7 over 4 squared. I just subtracted the 9 minus 2. All right, parentheses, then exponents, so we have 7 over 16. And we could go ahead and divide, but that would not be a nice, neat number, so we can actually leave our fraction, or answer as a fraction, and that's the answer right there. All right, so that's how you do expressions, simplify expressions, using the correct order of operations. Of course, you'll have to do that a lot in the upcoming weeks, months, whatever it is, so good luck.